Hello guys and welcome to another edition of Rage Against the Dice. Today, as you may see in the ring, what do we have here? This is Rumbleslam version 2.0. I'm excited. Alan's here. And that's what matters. So, we've been lucky enough by TT Combat to be sent a completely free copy of the new rulebook. In fact, we got sent two. The other one was for you because you can't read. I've given it to a homeless kid.
I insist. I have the ability.
Sorry, Sparks. He has a house. He's still a hobo, though. But yes.
I have the ability to learn rules. I just lack the inclination.
That makes sense.
Because you just tell me what I have to do, and then it's sorted.
This is true. That's why none of our videos have accurate rules. They're all tailored towards me winning.
Huh.
But yes.
Now you mention it.
So, this is still a continuation of our previous games. So, I won the last game. And so I picked the teams for this game.
Yes.
I picked for myself the Cryptborn Nightmares, my favourite team of the current roster of models.
Yes.
And I picked for you the Runic Thunders, who are actually your favourite models, because A, back in 2018, these guys had quite a rivalry, and B, sometimes I do like to make you happy, but then I like to crush you in this game to bring the sadness on in droves. So we are going to be using the new rules, which means there may be a lot more checking of the tomes.
Sure.
The game itself plays relatively similar. There's a few extras. Pinning, tripping. Everybody has a top rope move now. It's beautiful. And as we play through, we'll go through that. Now, the setup is different, and we're going to talk through that in a second.
Okay.
As said, you're going to be the Runic Thunders. I'm going to be the Cryptborn Nightmares. We're going to be back in a second to talk how through...
To start.
Yeah, basically. So we have scoured through the tomes to find out how to set up a game. It starts very similar. Anybody who's watched our previous videos or played Rumbleslam or followed TT Combat or any of the other fine YouTubers who make wrestling-based content for Rumbleslam will know that we start off by rolling one gold die each. Because I won last time, I get the good die. Because you lost last time, you get the old dice where the fists rub off.
Yeah, the ones that, for some of them, literally... I know they do have blank sides, but some of them have more.
Yes, they're just completely blank. There's a couple of them I physically rubbed off the fists because I knew we were playing today.
But, yeah.
Yeah.
Right. But,
so, two. Oh, so you won. So, the player with the lowest number picks a turnbuckle and places all of their wrestlers within 5 squares of that turnbuckle. So you set. So because I lost, I set all my wrestlers.
Yes. Yeah.
And it looks a little something like this. So instead of you having the full bit, you have a little triangle now. A triangle? I keep saying triangle. It's an L shape.
See, I wrongly thought it was always to the middle.
No.
But now it is.
Yes. That's because...
They've adjusted the rules for me.
Yeah, once we did a 4-player game, and that was how we set it up, because it seemed like the obvious option. I'm going to choose this corner because it's in camera. We're going with the...
Are they not all in camera?
Yeah, this one's slightly out, because we're doing a diagonal style ring like Fire Pro Wrestling.
Ah, Flash.
Like 2 people in the world are going to get that reference and be like, yes, fist bump. Everyone else like,
Deep cut there.
what? This guy here.
Okay.
That guy there.
And they all have to be touching the rope now, don't they?
Yes, they do. So instead of it being
They
there
just
or
had to have
there.
a base contact as well
Yeah.
previously. Okay.
So I will read it out for the folks at home.
Okay.
We are going to do a how to play video, obviously, to milk it. I'm not going to lie, that's exactly why. So, picks a turnbuckle and place all their wrestlers within 5 squares of that turnbuckle, as I've done. Not on the top rope, obviously, because you're not stupid. Well, maybe. The next player then places their wrestlers in the opposite corner. Any additional players place their wrestlers in any other corner, and then the game is ready to begin. So you place yours.
Okay, yep.
However, there's a cool new mechanic now, and I'm going to talk about that while you're setting up your models.
Him.
Different kind of mechanic.
Oh,
So,
okay.
on the sidelines, any wrestler that can't be placed within the ring at the start of the game are counted as being on the sidelines at the start of the round. Before ruling for initiative, for every friendly wrestler that's been removed from the game in the previous round, you can bring one of your wrestlers in. So they'll basically... Like, remember when I had my all the halflings team and it was like 20 models? you'd put the normal amount,
I'm gonna shoot it again.
which I think is enough.
Yeah.
Have I gone too many? No, I have not. That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you'd have the normal guys, and then if you filled all those spots, you just put them on the side, and then as something gets eliminated, a new guy can come in. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I like it. I like it. I like it. Yeah, so we're both set up. That's good. So the player who placed wrestler in the ring first holds on the initiative card, which is me. I rolled nothing.
So you won the roll, but you
No, I lost the roll. I got 0. You got 2.
Oh, right, okay.
So because I lost, I had to set up my models first, meaning you could then look at where I'd set them up and act accordingly.
Which is exactly what I did, because I'm a master strategist.
Yes, of course. And now, because of your... Yes, I placed a model in the ring first. I have initiative, so I pick which model's going to activate first.
Okay.
And I am going to pick my normal skeleton, not my orc skeleton. And you are also going to pick a model of your choice.
I'm picking my mechanic.
Nice. So, just like previously, we then roll our dexterity, which for me is 3 copper.
A single copper for me.
Smooth. I like your style. Whoever gets the highest activates.
Yes. What? 0. Beat that.
Just on 2. So, for a lot of the game, it's going to play very similar, and I won't bother talking about those bits other than my normal monologuing. And then as it comes to a rule that is new or different or exciting, I will then elaborate a little more on that. So, I have movement of 4, and I have 3 actions. So, I'm going to start off by going 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, my crowd pleaser, as you well know or don't know, gives me 2 action point counters if I am successful. I've got a pop of 2, so it costs me 2 actions to do it. He isn't a heal character, so I'm just looking for a cheer.
Yep.
Let's see if the crowd are going to enjoy this early doors.
No!
They're somewhat indifferent.
They haven't turned up yet.
Yes.
We may have started slightly early.
This could be our way. So, it then moves on to your first character, as I'm not doing anything else.
Yep, so it was the mechanic I was setting up. So he has a movement of 3. He's going to move 1, 2, 3. He's now going to try and do his crowd pleaser. Pop a 2. So, boo. So, that failed. So I will have a minus 1 AP.
1 action point, that is
on my
right.
next turn. And then says my turn doesn't stop there.
Your turn does not end there.
No,
But your movement does.
my
'cause you've got
movement does.
tiny little legs.
So I could.
Like that of a giant hairy baby.
Yeah. Whoa.
Well, because a dwarf is bigger than a baby, but it's
Sure.
smaller than a person.
So I could use a thing to rope bounce and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But I feel that's just putting me into a
You
dangerous
need to come
place.
near my werewolf.
I don't.
You do.
I don't.
I googled it. It said you
I
do.
don't.
Google.
You need the laboratory to find.
I
Google.
don't know. I'm staying there.
Seems right.
I know it's not the rules to end my turn after a film crowd pleaser.
But you
But I
are
am.
going to. It is in the rules to end your turn at any point. Within your activation anyway. You can't just in the middle of my go, right, that's the end of the turn. I'm going to activate my orc skeleton though.
Yeah.
You sensing a pattern?
No.
Probably not. He also moves 4 and acts 3.
That's the escape.
1, 2, 3, 4. He's got giant clown shoes as well.
I love them.
So, his crowd pleaser means that he loses his brittle bones until the end of his next activation. Now,
I love the metal bones.
you have shattered my models.
Yeah.
Not literally,
I was
but
going
in
to say
game
that
terms.
sounds like
Yeah.
a poor choice of words.
Many, many times. So I'm going to attempt. The crowd do not want to see my backdoor smashed in. Yet.
Yes.
So he has lost his brittle bones. I'm not sure how that works in a actual physical context.
The physics of it are a bit
Yes.
sketchy.
But the crowd cheers so loudly, his bones harden.
You drank a big glass of milk.
Maybe someone from the crowd threw it in.
Yeah.
But either way, that's the end of his turn.
Right. I'm activating my Glory Seeker.
It's risky, but I
movement
like it.
of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
So he's the speedster of your team.
Yes. He can move faster and further than anyone else.
He's a veritable Flash.
Yeah. He's not going to do anything else. He's not going to do his crowd pleaser. He's just going to
move down to the.
Now, If you have any models that are crouched over, I implore you to mention their scoliosis because the internet are loving it.
Well, one member of the internet.
I know, but I really want you to wind him
I
up.
think they've got
specifically.
scoliosis, that guy.
I think he took it personally.
It wasn't personal.
It was totally personal. You singled him out.
Get a back brace. It sorts it out. You'll be fine.
He can't afford it due to the incident. So, anyway, I am activating my mummy. Insert Doctor Who reference here.
No.
Good man. So, he's got 4 action points and 4 movement. He's a proper little shifter. His crowd pleaser is he can pick any friendly wrestler. This wrestler immediately removes a knockdown counter and replenishes 1 stamina. That's not relevant at this stage. I just wanted to tell you about it because reasons.
No.
Hey! They're holding hands. Oh, that's adorable. 1, 2, 3,
In the surgery
I miss you.
Skill and
4.
scanner.
That's all he's doing.
I didn't like how you seen how far it was to me there.
Yeah, don't strategize. That's not how we
I
go.
don't want to. I'm scared.
Your turn, sir.
I'm moving my grappler.
Yeah, you are.
I'm not going to keep saying he's a dwarf each time because I think that's offensive.
Yeah.
He's going to move. He can move up to 3. 1, 2, 3. And his
Show him
crowd
some mechanics
pleaser
there.
is.
Second action.
No, I'm not going to do his crowd pleaser.
Is that because you couldn't read what it said?
No, I read it.
It just wasn't relevant at this stage.
Yes.
And the
If I
reading
move
thing.
out, if I'm gonna get-
So is that the end of his
It
activation?
is.
Then I am going to activate
So yeah, I'm gonna punch
the zombie, who is crouched over.
That's just how he's ready to run. He's a runner. He's
Yeah.
very fit and athletic.
So anyway,
Supple.
indeed, he shambles, 3, but he has 4 actions. So he's going to rope bounce first.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2.
What's going on here?
So he spent 1 action point of his 4. His crowd pleaser immediately replenishes 2 stamina. Again, but it's not relevant. Yeah. So that's the end of his activation too.
Right. And my brawler. Again, movement 3. They all do. 1, 2, 3.
Nice.
End. Oh wait, hold on. Let me read. Yes. End.
We should ask TT if they'll make a little picture book version of the cards for you.
Oh, yes.
I like the idea of it.
Please.
It was.
Now it's your big boy.
Yeah, but I was like dead in
Are you assuming his gender?
And his.
You can, he is.
Oh, okay. Right. Okay.
He doesn't care. He's a werewolf.
He's a werewolf.
But a werewolf has 5 movement, 4 action points, as they always do. He's going to attempt his crowd pleaser. Now, his crowd pleaser. Yeah, I will. He's got a pop of 3. It places this wrestler onto the nearest empty turnbuckle. Now, he could spend 1 action point to climb up on that turnbuckle. So what I'm going to do is move first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just so I can do this.
Why?
And the crowd want it to happen.
Why?
Oh no, little guy.
One in every, isn't it?
I'm really...
Oh, you're graceful.
I'm suave.
Full of a lamb.
Mulan?
Just me.
Yeah. So, that's him.
Right.
It was beautifully done.
Not so pleased with that one. I will obviously now move my golem. Crowd pleaser, meh. Actually, maybe. I'm going to go for the crowd pleaser on the golem. And, oops. Yay! I got it. But that doesn't activate until the next turn.
So what does it do?
I gain an AP and a movement.
Tight. Take yourself an AP and a movement token so you don't forget.
Well done. I mean, yes, thank you for pointing that out. I don't know why I said well done. I don't feel well.
It's probably what I put in your drink, to be honest.
Oh, jeez. Right, I'm going to move... where am I going to go?
It's for you to decide.
2, 3. things.
Smoothly done, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, discard.
So that's the end of round one. It was a very political round. Lots of manoeuvring with not a lot of action.
Oh,
I think I got away with that joke. We'll be back for round
that was a joke?
It must have been.
Oh, okay.
Intruders do not.
So this is round two.
Oh, right.
You
This
now
is-
have initiative, because that's how it worked in the old games, how it works in this version. So, do some initiative-y stuff.
Right. Well, I'm going to start by moving my mechanic, or at least
Well, you're going to start by
activate him. I'm going to
attempting
pick him
Yeah.
to activate, yes.
which is obviously what you meant.
Yes.
I'm going to activate my werewolf,
Kill that here then.
who's a gold and a copper.
You need
3. Oh my
7.
goodness.
Get rid of those wounds.
So, what do I want to do with my werewolf, who is on the turnbuckle?
Jump onto your own teammates.
So he has his full moon, which costs all of his app,
Yeah, so if you
which
try to heal
is
yourself
2 gold
with
and 1 silver,
because that's how.
and would cause
that's how
4 damage.
What?
Oh, that's filth. So I'm going to do that. This is all of my action points.
Stop it.
So it's 2 gold, 1 silver
Well,
against
my
your
defense
defense.
My defense is a silver and a copper.
Tight.
Oh. 1.
A little bit more than a 1. So it's a beat down.
Yes.
So it would normally do 4 damage.
Four
Yeah.
there, and then-
But because it's a beat down, as we know from the tomes, a beat down still does the same thing actually, which is 1 extra damage. So it's
Yeah.
5 damage.
Flippin' floop. Right.
Does it cause anything
1,
else?
2, 3,
Because that
4,
wasn't horrible enough.
5. Jeez.
It's
no.
a shove of 4,
What?
which would shove you into the rooms. It would as well because of where I positioned it. So, bounce, you're going to come back, and I'm going to try and smite you. But first I have to do my crowd pleaser. Oh, this is an interesting development actually. Well, because the order in which things worked, because
On this one, the interruption, I can stop
would
it.
the shove happen before the crowd
The
pleaser?
shove? No, the shove would mean if you got more than 5.
No, the shove is just part of the move.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so he would theoretically do that straight away. And you would bounce off the rope and come back and he would hit you.
Try to attack
But because he hit the move, he would also do a crowd pleaser, which if I got it successful would teleport him on the nearest turnbuckle. So I think he would do the strike first, or potential strike first from the shove,
Right.
because after the move's completed, you then do the crowd pleaser. I think. So that's how we're
So you
going.
resolve the move before you do the crowd
Yes, I believe. Anyone from TT Combat watching who would like to correct us on that, feel free, but I want to punch a dwarf again, so this is what we're going to do. So you bounce off the rope, you come back, I hit you with an extra copper, because it's my attack against
Yes, it's
your...
my defense
face.
silver and copper. So your attack against my face.
Yes, I'm going to attack your face.
4.
You got 4.
If I finish it, I'm going to give it
3, 6, 9, 10.
And if I try and run away,
Sorry?
So plus 2 damage. That's him
I'm going
out.
to die.
Well, it's him
die.
unconscious, I should say.
So it was a beat down of 6, so it's plus 2 damage, so 3 damage,
Yeah.
and he's dazed if he wasn't knocked out.
He's not out. I can find a knocked out. Dang.
And then I've got to do a crowd pleaser, and they're indifferent. Oh, I only did that so I could teleport back. That was... I suppose I can move.
I guess.
Oh,
Right, so I was activating the mechanic, thankfully, because he's currently unconscious on the floor.
Well, that he is.
So crowd pleases to try and wake
I
up.
really wanted to throw him out with the orc skeleton though.
The crowd have woken him up.
Crud. So,
Turned up.
it works exactly the same as before. So that knocked out turns to a knockdown.
Yep.
Or just take the.
I'm going to spend 1 AP to stand up.
Yes.
I do have minus 1 AP from my failed crowd please earlier.
Yes, which would put you on how many now?
So I usually have 4.
So you're on 2.
I had 3. I've just spent 1, so I've got 2. But I still have my 3 movement.
Yeah, you do.
So I'm going to try and spend both of my remaining AP.
To run away?
No, to try and do my crowd pleaser because I got a pop of 2.
Oh, yeah.
So let's try this. Nah.
Indifference.
I did 3 wounds to it.
Nah.
Nobody likes seeing a dwarf stand up.
But they liked seeing him stand up. They just didn't want
No, they
to.
wanted him to stand up. They just didn't enjoy it once he did.
Yeah, like, oh, we regret this.
Yeah. Like, oh, that I made a bad decision here.
So he's still got his 3 movement. He's going to go 1, 2, 3. Retreat. Tactical retreat.
Wait a second. I know Newton better. I could just trip you and pin you.
Nah.
No, fair enough. I wouldn't.
Well, I suppose he could.
Yes, it's within the rules of the game.
No.
Do we have any
So,
work-
who would I like to activate next? I'm monologuing. I'm not asking you.
Oh, you mean I can answer? I think you should activate the skeleton.
There's no computer.
Okay.
Skeleton ogre. I like it. So I'm going to activate the zombie. Who's going to roll bounce?
Maybe that's what I wanted you to
5.
activate.
Maybe.
And I said the other one because I knew you wouldn't go.
I like your style. So, what he is going to do,
What is he going to do?
he's going to attempt to suplex the little fella. So it cost me 2 of my 4 AP.
Yep.
Except I've only got 3 AP now because I roll bounce. But it cost me 2 of my 3 AP.
Is this all a grapple?
It's a grapple.
Yeah.
It's 2 silver, 1 copper for me.
2 silver plus 1.
Now the stupid one then with the goofy hands.
Point 3.
Oh,
successful.
5. So it does 2 damage. And is this the one where we swap places?
It is.
If successful, immediately swap places with the target wrestler.
That's how you won when you're doing damage to it.
Oh, I'm really sad.
Because
Oh, I'm sad that you're sad. Well, I say sad.
My dwarfs are going to get beaten by a bunch
1, 2, 3, rope bounce.
Oh.
So, it's a basic attack. So it's 1 silver, 1 copper, but because of rope bounce, I get an extra copper.
2 copper plus 1 silver.
Nice.
1 silver and 2 copper. However you want to say it. 1.
5, so 2 damage.
What's going on?
I have never heard you go so Geordie in your life.
2.
Right. I am going to.
But that is everything he could muster.
Is it?
Yes. Don't hurt him. Because he's beautiful.
Furious. Right, I am now going to activate him, my dwarf grappler.
Yes.
He is going to now.
Stand and shoot?
No, he's going to try and do his grapple attack, which is a sleeper hold,
Yes.
on your, obviously him. So it
On your
is on your him. Costs me 2 AP and it is 2 silver plus 1.
2 silver plus 1 for... No, 2 silver, 1 copper, sorry, for my grapple. Same as it was before.
3.
3.
Oh. That costs 2 out of my 4. I'm now going to punch you.
Seems harsh, but fair. 2 silver plus 1.
Silver copper. 3.
3.
And once more. 1.
3.
Never mind then. So none of that.
Firing off all those fists really has helped me.
Yeah.
So,
It is a card.
my third action. I think it's time to get some mummy on the go.
No.
Who's in step 1? He's going to bounce 1, 2, 3, 4. And he's going to strike you. With the bounce. Of course. So it's 2 silver, 2 copper against your defense of 7 silver.
My defense is 2 copper and a silver.
6, 9.
2.
So it's a hellish beatdown of 7, which still isn't the best beatdown I could have got. So it does 3 damage in total and you're knocked down. If you're not knocked out anyway.
I'm not.
Oh, type. Well, I say type, but inside I'm dying a little bit. So you're knocked down, is that correct?
I am not.
Yeah, it's on the card.
I fear it is time
Yeah, it's an
You're
action.
trying to pin.
try our first
You're gonna
pin
do
of the
a pin.
game.
It's on the card there one.
So,
It's an action that costs.
allow me to turn to the pin section of the tome.
I couldn't see.
But we've never done a pin before, on camera,
Lurking.
or in
All
space.
intruders, which is
I was going to say, we haven't done one off camera either, so
I pin people all the
their
time.
respective.
No, I mean in this.
No, I pin people all the time.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Okay.
We'll move on.
So it cost me 1 action point. That's a good start. Both players roll 1 copper for every point of weight. Now, I weigh 2, so I get 2 copper.
I weigh 2.
So
But I'm
you get
also
2
knocked
copper.
down.
Indeed.
The
But that's not relevant.
Is it only knocked out?
You need to be knocked down to be able to be pinned.
Oh yeah, of course.
Knocked out is different.
Yeah,
We'll cover
knocked
that.
out is where you get just the one copper.
So,
Well, I get 2 because I have a weight of 2.
do you have at least half your stamina?
No.
No. And I'm using my card, so do you want to just keep what I've got there, or
You draw up 5.
That's sad.
yeah, well,
If you
I've got
had
five in hand,
at
so
least
yeah,
half your stamina, you would have got an extra copper. And if you had full stamina, you would have got 2 copper.
Ah.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Would you live?
But a KO wrestler instead would just roll 1 copper altogether.
I got KO'd, but yeah, so I've only got 1 stamina left.
So
my
you're
weight's
rolling
2,
2 dice, I'm rolling 2.
Yes.
It's a straight dice roll.
0, beat that.
I cannot.
Oh!
That one, it costs 2 to do everything.
I genuinely didn't see that coming.
So,
Yeah.
if the result is higher, it is not. Let's skip that bit. If your opponent result is
Equal,
higher or the
nothing
roll is a
happens.
draw, there is no effect. It doesn't say you can't retry it though, unlike a pickup.
How much is it? 1 AP?
1 AP. So I spent 1 to bounce into you.
I would imagine you can still only try it twice before you have to do the repeat crowd pleaser.
Yes.
I would guess.
Yeah, because of the no class. So let's try this again.
Okay. Oh, I dropped that
It's a
one.
2.
Hey!
Is it still item in that room?
It's a 3.
Aww.
So, as per the rulebook,
Yes.
if the result is higher, the defending wrestler is removed from the game. Attacking player has the optional choice of yelling, "You're out of there." So, Alan, good sir, you're out of there. That's as loud as I'm getting because of a sore throat. And the active player must do a crowd pleaser due to his face. So the crowd are loving it because it's the first pin, second pin technically, of a new era. So pick a friendly wrestler. That wrestler immediately removes a knockdown counter and replenishes 1 stamina. It's not relevant, but I did it anyway. And he now has movement because I only moved 1.
Yes.
And technically he has 1 action left as well. But that's by the by.
2 to dress.
Oh.
To get rid of my light
Bye,
wounds.
bye.
1, 2, 3. Yes! Ha! This is probably sucks for me long term, but I want to punch this guy in the face. 2 copper and a silver. No, 2 silver and a copper.
For my mechanic, it's just an attack, isn't it? So
Yeah.
it's silver and a copper.
4.
5, 6,
So nothing.
5.
So that's the end of his activation.
Phew.
Phew indeed, sir. Phew indeed.
Right, I'm activating my golem.
You don't have to.
I am now.
But you don't have to though.
I'm gonna.
Go on then.
Right, so
There's also 3.
he's going to start off by taking 1 step here,
Yeah,
and then he's going to do his rope attack.
Smooth.
So that is 4 coppers plus 1.
What?
Yeah, which isn't great.
That's all your
Against my mummy?
Yes. So shaboing. It's called the choo choo. So imagine steam coming out the top.
2 silver plus 1.
I like trains.
3.
Oh, all of that for that.
Did you get a plus 1 on that, or was it just?
4 copper plus 1.
So you still beat me by 1.
Yay!
Because I got 2 plus 1 is 3, you got 3 plus 1 is 4. So it does how many damage?
It does 4 damage, and you are shoved 2.
Ow.
You're also
1, 2,
1 move away from
4.
checking in.
And luckily I'm just shoved straight back.
So it costs 2 to do.
Right, that
So on the next turn
cost
round,
me
I can spend
2 AP.
and heal and dress both of them.
Pretty good.
Next turn round, I have to pass.
I
obviously I'm gonna
could
roll a card. But
do
the next
that
turn round after
again.
that, I can then get rid of them.
I have the
So I
points.
can't leave. I can
Or
switch.
you could move in here.
So I could take a step back.
Yeah, you could.
1, 2, 3, easily.
Then you might die.
Yeah.
Do it again.
I mean,
So
see where I
yeah,
am.
so 4
I
copper
can-
plus
the
the
next
1.
turn round, I can
2
dress
silver
both
plus
of
the
them,
1.
search, go back down and then.
4 in total.
4. So
Roll.
nothing.
So we just kiss in the middle of the ring.
Oh, again, adorable.
Mummy and Golem putting aside their differences
No, it's the sentence Auric.
for the sake of the fans.
Unless he's trying to
So I 2 out of
So
4. I have 2 movement left.
Or if you're just
I'm gonna go. Where am I gonna go? I'm gonna go 1. I'm gonna go there. I'm just gonna try and defend my mechanic.
Yeah.
Mechanic in the he can
You might as well try and kill it.
fix him. mechanically,
I see what you did there.
not just tinker with them.
Easy, Tiger.
Yeah.
Right, so I'm going to activate my Orc Skeleton.
Oh.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That was a rope bounce. I wasn't just
Right.
counting frantically like a crazy woman.
Well,
Man. Ah!
hey.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Hey, you leave my mechanic alone. I'm protecting you.
She likes it.
Theoretically.
Move it.
So, I am not brittle at this point in time. I am going to try and attackerize you with my arms.
Oh.
So, it's just a basic attack. It's 2 copper plus 1 against your defensive.
Silver and copper.
Yes, that's
Silver.
4. No, 4.
It's got a fire map.
That's more than 4, isn't
It
it?
is. It's a bit more than 4.
Let's try that again then.
No. All right. Okay.
2, 3, sorry.
7. 5.
First one.
Still more.
And
And that's... Wait.
Possibly, yeah.
Then we go back in there.
Yes, that's me.
I have 2 of the.
Woohoo!
And now he is brittle again.
Oh.
Wait, what?
No, that's good. Yay.
Not for me.
Yeah, it is.
Wait
Right.
a second.
So I'm going to go with my brawler here.
Yeah, you are.
He is going to go 1, 2. Then he's going to do his rope attack straight up into your mummy. No, zombie.
Zombie.
Zombie. Right. So his rope attack called Spear (brackets rocket), which means it can go 7, I believe.
Yes.
Don't need to, but I'm there.
You're
So
just happy you remembered it.
I know. I just wanted to say it out loud that I remembered something.
Except I think it's 8.
Shut up, man. 2 silver plus 1. Are you going to defend or are you just going to take it?
Yeah, I'm going to defend with these dice in my hands.
3,
Rocket.
4.
Rocket is 8.
Aw, you
Close
kidding?
enough. We were doing 7 for ages for some
Is
reason.
it 7 in the old rules?
No, it's always been 8.
Is
2
it 7 in the
silver.
elements?
No, 4.
4.
Draw. 4's for draws.
I'm not happy with that.
I think we just decided one day it was 7 and no one could tell us otherwise.
We wouldn't listen to any of them. They kept badgering us. It's like,
Yeah.
no, it's 8. It's like, la 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 la. We're not listening.
Exactly, yeah.
Right, that costs 2.
Of his
I'm
4?
trying to find out. Of his 4, yes.
Except the signal.
Blue.
No,
I moved
what
1. I could do once more. Give it another shot.
I'm done.
Rinse, repeat. Bang. That's used all my AP and all my movement now.
3.
And it's the one.
Right. Is it worth
3,
6.
4, 5,
my
6.
security key?
So how many damage does it does?
That would do 2 damage.
Nice. Better than a kick in the ear.
Because security
It is?
key
One would
is-
assume.
We could take a survey.
One room
Yeah.
and
If you think it's better than a kick in the ear,
any
leave a
doors
comment.
in
Drop a
all
comment.
doors connected to this
If you
room.
don't think it is, give us a like.
I mean,
Indeed, yeah.
surgery.
If you hate scoliosis, give us a like.
Oh.
Emergency room.
Me?
It is.
So, a skeleton. He is going
Yeah, so it's
to
worth doing, isn't it?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Why?
While you're there.
Why not?
But why?
But why not?
No other reason to go.
Then he's going to try and please himself
See,
like
my
he
one,
was for
if I
cricket.
can fire control key, I can unlock
Don't make eye contact with him.
his game.
He is. He gets 2 action points next
Why
time.
did they like that?
You know why.
Oh
You know why.
no! No, it's awful.
Bone on bone.
Bone on
And that's the end of his activation.
boned. Right, that only leaves my Glory Seeker left.
If we fix
Who
that, we can
is-
unlock them all, I know.
He's drastically out of the range of anything.
But he is your
Two,
fast
there's
guy.
4 of us.
He is. You can take 1 step there. He's going to rope bounce. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Just going to throw his own guys out.
2, 3, 4.
I've paid him
As
off.
far as he can travel. And he's used 1 AP. He still has 3. He's going to do a... Do you want to do the full Nelson?
I wouldn't.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Positive.
Yeah. Yeah.
Excellent.
Right.
Okay,
so
my grapple is 2 copper.
it's 1 silver, 1 copper.
2.
3.
So it does what it was meant to does.
Yes.
What was it meant to do?
It does 2 damage,
I'm not a fan of that so far.
and you have -1 AP.
Oh, I'm definitely not a fan of that.
Yeah, and I have 1 AP left, so I'm going to do punch you with my last piece, which is 3 silver.
Well, I'm going to roll 2 copper again, because that's the rules on my card.
3
1.
punch.
For 1 more damage.
Yep.
Yeah.
And how many cards?
That's the end of your turn.
It is. That's everyone.
End of my turn.
Yeah.
We'll take a quick break and then we'll come back for round 3, the third round.
Draw 2 action cards from
So
your
we
deck.
are back for
So
round
if I use
3,
that, I
or
can
the
draw-
third round
I
as
can
it's
spend
known
1
in
card and
Germany.
draw 2 cards.
I don't know why, that's just words.
Dry Runter.
But yeah,
No thanks, I've
Well,
just
no,
seen.
would you hear that, mate?
So I am going to start by activating one of my models.
Oh, did not see that coming.
I know, it's out of left field. It's the mummy, in fact.
Okay. I'm going to attempt to activate my Golem.
Nice. 1 silver, 1 copper for me.
It's just 1 copper for me.
I shall.
Smooth.
0.
0.
Okay, let's try. 0 still.
3,
Okay.
which is like 0 but with extra numbers. He has movement. That's a thing.
Yes.
So he's going to go
Like that. Would you like
1,
me to swap those doors around?
a 2,
So.
a 3.
Right.
You see where I'm going with this one.
Yeah, I think so.
Then I'm going to attempt to punch the mechanic
Don't punch
in
me,
the
mechanic.
higgity higgity head, son.
Defense is silver and a copper.
4.
2.
So he takes 1 damage.
And he's unconscious.
He is. So then for my second action, I'm actually going to be quite stupid here, but also
Cannot throw.
quite
Cannot throw.
excited.
Cannot throw.
I'm going to pick you up.
Wait,
Oh.
do you want me to swap those doors?
I would say old school, but it's
If
only
you
been a
can,
week.
that-
Yes. So
because then
I still
it's
have to
one,
roll
it's
for
one,
it
put
because of reasons.
Right. Move to yes.
Oh.
So that's gone.
Yeah, we're good. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know what.
And
Back in
it took me in the leg.
internet, ignore that dice roll. For that is no longer how we lift a folk.
We learned new rules.
So,
I'd say we.
throwing wrestlers wows the crowd and wins matches of Rumbleslam, but it's also now a dirty action. You dirty old man. For 1 action point, you may lift an enemy wrestler in base contact first. You must roll a crowd die to see if the dirty action is able to be performed. All dirty rolls automatically succeed when attempting to lift a KO'd wrestler. So this is successful on this occasion because it's KO'd.
Oh. Yes.
Roll your wrestler's stat, and your opponent chooses to roll either their grapple or dex. As
Even
we
though I'm
know,
unconscious.
no, I'm getting
Oh,
to
right,
it.
okay.
Um,
Jumping ahead here. sorry.
Indeed. When attempting to lift a KO'd wrestler or a friendly wrestler, simply equal or beat their weight value to succeed. So that dice roll still counts.
Okay.
And it still wasn't enough.
Right.
So fair play.
Okay.
Fair play, fair play. So I can still try it again though.
Okay.
Yeah,
I like the skateboard as well.
I still can.
Right.
Still can.
Are you going to?
Side, the other side's ball.
Probably.
Functional.
Yeah, the other side has
I
to
think
be
it's
that.
important that you decide.
That's also. which
Yes,
one-
it seems like the game will not proceed until I've made that decision.
We're sticking here. We're sticking.
Yes.
Need to keep the energy going.
Yes, tell them about that incident.
I'm not meant to.
The reason I was checking was because I wanted to see whether dirty, if the first time you did it you rolled 1 dice and the second time you rolled 2, which is the case. But again, I'd automatically pass because you're spalavered. So yes, I will. It's irrelevant. That was me just needing to know a rule that wasn't relevant at this point in time. You know how I sometimes do. So I'm going to attempt to pick you up again.
Oh wow. Well, that's definitely more successful.
And then like a little bit of the.
And he's out.
Oh.
Yellow.
So now it's my Pleasy Crowder. And the crowd cheers. So, as you know, whenever this... pick a friendly wrestler. That wrestler immediately removes a knockdown counter and replenishes 1 stamina. Well, I'm going to pick the zombie. And he's not knocked down, but he does want the stamina. So I moved across. I did 1 to knock you out. I did 2 to try and pick you up. I did 3 to try and pick you up. And then I did 4 to successfully pick you up and throw you out. So that's all he can do. It's now on to you.
Who did I say I was going to activate? My
Golem.
Golem. Yes.
Go.
Yeah.
Okay, so he is going to do his rope attack.
Yes.
Now I feel like I need
So
to check
the move
if
this
any
time is
other
wrong.
moves are different.
You shouldn't. So he's doing his choo-choo again. So this is 4 copper plus 1. I'm doing it towards your zombie. Do you wish to defend?
Yes, I do.
That room's
2 silver plus 1.
4.
Nobody wants to
7.
Oh.
Right.
Well, that was unsuccessful.
Title of your sex tape? That did work that time.
That cost me, what did that cost me? 2. I can't do it again, but I can definitely punch you. So, silver and a gold.
But it's
Okay, you defending?
I am.
2.
I mean, I'm glad that that wasn't.
Oh,
5.
you've
Well, I
got
think we've done what we were
cheap dice.
Sheep dice.
Sheep dice.
Sheep dice.
Where magic sheep make you roll better.
That could be true.
That is all of his actions and...
So I
Well,
should.
none of his movements. I could still shift it.
Yeah.
can break that room.
But I won't.
Repair it.
So it is my turn. I feel we'd gathered that, right?
Yeah.
I did have a quick check, and it looks like you now no longer have the restriction of only trying to pick someone up once per turn,
Oh.
or once per activation. It may be elsewhere in the rules, and I've missed it. That can happen because of science. But from what it looks like, I can just keep trying to pick someone up. Obviously, you've got the dirty roll instead, so maybe that's the factor. But it means less little dwarf guy throwing people out, because he might get...
He's a halfling, not a dwarf.
Oh, yeah. I don't want to play anymore. You've ruined Christmas. Yeah, so it's me. I'm going to activate my zombie. That's really where I was going with that.
Yep.
And he's going to try and suplex that guy who keeps running into me because he's a douche.
Which one? You've had 2.
That guy,
Right, okay.
Charlesworth. So the suplex
Grapple.
is 2 silver, 1 copper. I forgot to make you do your dazed roll before as well when I suplex
Oh,
you.
yeah.
But it doesn't matter. I don't care enough. Grapple against grapple.
6.
Yeah, I'm not playing anymore. So that's a reversal.
Yup.
So activation ends immediately on the floor.
It does.
Ah, scuzzlebutt.
Too quick.
Your turn, sir.
So I'm going to activate him. He is going to, first off, hit
I'm
you.
gonna have to shoot.
Yes.
So 2 silver plus 1 against your defense.
Yes.
So 1.
The zombie.
Yeah.
I should roll some dice for him then. 6. So that's a
6.
reversal. Yeah.
Oh, that is one hell of a reversal.
It's a beautiful reversal. Would you like to tell the folks in the cheap seats what kind of reversal
So
it is?
activation ends immediately and attack hits them instead. So I take 1.
That's okay. You can live
Could have
with
been
that.
worse if I'd done like a specially move.
Could have been much worse. Ah, so this is like the time of failure.
Mm.
Don't really think you'd be able
Okay,
to
it's
take
you.
a shower.
Yeah, let's do this.
You like press the button, you run around and...
It might be like 5 foot full,
Me,
it might be
me.
set it off. But it doesn't work that way.
Yeah, I'm going to attempt to power slam the golem because
Jesus.
science.
You know,
Right.
So, a power slam
yeah, it's
costs me 2
fly.
action points. It's 2 silver, 1 copper plus 1. It's a grapple, so it's against your grapple.
For the golem, the grapple is 3 silver.
Smooth, smooth. That's some good rolling. 5. 2, 4, 6, 7.
Not good enough.
So it takes
Like to-
2 damage,
Right. Draw a queen card.
and
Run away.
he's knocked down.
Oh, what?
So for my third action, I'm going to attempt to pin you
You spend your
because of reasons. No, because it makes sense, because you're on the floor, and when someone's on the floor, you should try and pin them in a wrestling context.
Yeah.
Not in real life, it's weird. So, I am a size 3, so I get 3 copper. You are a size 3,
Yes.
so you get 3 copper. But you also have more than half your energy, so you get 1 extra die.
Woohoo!
Let's do this.
Oh, 6, 7.
26. No, 6. So I'm unsuccessful on
Yes.
that occasion. And I've got 1 action point left. What to do with my life? I'm going to attempt to pick you up.
No, no.
No, you're not.
Alright.
So,
So first thing I would need to do, because you're knocked down, not knocked out, is a crowd booer. No, I need to... Crowd booer, yes.
Crabua,
It's a dirty. It's a blank, which I don't think is good. So...
on the plus side, escape also
What's Crystal Maze? It's fine. I don't think we'll get copyright struck for that. If you roll a cheer or a blank, you proceed as normal. If you roll a boo result, then you receive 1 minus action point counter. So I proceed as normal.
Okay.
So, fair play.
Yeah.
So now, I'm going to attempt to pick you up. Now, it's been a while since we tried to pick down a knockdown wrestler. And it's the first time we've tried to pick up a knockdown wrestler in this version of the game.
Because it used to be grapple v grapple or dex, didn't it?
Yes, but knockdown wrestlers differ. I'm going to check if they differ to what they... So much like before, it just puts your defense to 0. So I'm going to attempt to pick you up and I'll be rolling on my grapple, which is 2 silver, 1 copper. But for being picked up, you go grapple or dex, so it's not relevant. It would only be if I was going to hit you. So you can choose which of those you're going to roll on.
Grapple, because it's 3 silver and my dex is only 1 copper.
Nice. Against 1. So you do 1 damage to me.
Oh, sweet.
Less so for me. Less so for me. But yeah, other than that, that's the end of his activation. It moves on to your activizing of actitioning.
My final guy is my Glory Seeker. He's going to take a step back, and then he's going to do his root attack, which is 3 silver.
Again, 2 silver plus 1. 3.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Oh, so it's a beatdown. How much damage does it normally do?
Normally it would do 2 damage.
So that's him knocked out.
Ooh.
Got a knocked out token next to him.
Ooh, can I try and pin now then?
Uh-huh. If you've got the AP, you can do as you desire.
So that cost me 2 AP, and I have 4, so I've got 2 left.
So I am knocked out, so I only roll 1 copper.
Yes.
You roll 1 copper for each of your wins.
So I
So
have a
that's
weight
2.
of 2. I also have full health.
That's only if you're the defending person.
Right, got you.
I'm going to double check that, because I may have been doing it wrong and screwing myself out over the awesomeness of pinning.
Realistically, you've got to move on.
No, the defending wrestler adds. So
Right, okay.
So
2 copper.
yes,
2.
3.
Oh,
He's fine.
dang.
The crowd dislike you immensely. You could do it a second time if you...
I will try it a second time. 3.
3.
Still nothing. So that's it. That's all of his APs.
Does he want to move?
He's only moved 1. So he could move 3. No, he's going to stay.
Yeah.
No, he's going to go there.
Oh, that was beautiful. Also blocks me off from getting on the turnbuckle.
Yep.
Anyone else would assume that you'd done that on purpose.
I did.
But it's you, so I'm going to guess it was a fluky accident.
No, it was on purpose.
So well done, sir. Fluky accident. So I've just got 2 skeletons left, haven't I? Because my zombie completely flooded. It was like flooded.
But you still spend that, don't you?
That's 1 action.
You got anyone left to activate?
No, that's everyone.
That card.
Oh,
Right.
Well,
And then I'll move
that's fortuitous for me, I
into
guess.
that one. Which one is it?
1,
You are
2,
using
3,
the card or
4.
You're only using
He
one
has
card,
5 actions this turn. For gosh knows why reasons. He's not doing anything with those, he's just wasting them. Because he couldn't get to where he needed to be to do what he needed to do.
I pass the tip.
Okay.
So,
We have the
my orc skeleton,
move the time
who's
marker.
just going to attempt to make himself not brittle.
Then,
Oh no, he gets a -1 action point.
Intruders at
And that's the end of his turn too, so
Intruder.
yeah, 3 turns down, we're all in.
Yep.
We'll come back after a short sigh and then we'll...
Nearly, I think you're gonna die again.
Discard 1.
So we're
extra
back.
through the board. Any
It's
cards
turn
next
4.
room.
It's your... What's that thing?
We'll put a large
Turn?
problem in the
Initiative?
That's the
I
word.
get a pick.
Initiative. So I'm going to...
And then
It's my initiative. I picked. Don't say it's your initiative. I am going to. No.
Well,
me.
you were taking days.
I took a breath.
That's too long.
I'm initiating. Initiate?
In the life
Wishing
of,
to initiate my Glory Seeker.
in the life of a tsetse fly, a breath is,
See? For all the teensy flies watching our YouTube video, you've just killed
Thousands.
which is a large chunk of our subscriber base. So, well played, sir. I'm going to activate, or attempt to activate, the Mume.
So 2 silver.
1 copper, 1 silver.
4.
3.
Yeah.
So you activate first.
Yes. So I shall. I'm going to climb up for 1.
Smooth.
And then I'm going to jump.
On whom?
Going to do the
Your skeleton with the arms out.
Is this a basic attack, or
It's a turnbuckle attack.
but his special one on his card, or just a generic one?
It's special.
Attack. What's it called?
It's called Martyr
When
Bomb.
you saw any space
Oh, smooth. So you place him where he appropriately needs to be placed.
Oh no, I can't do
Yes. So
Why?
I
that.
will.
Because I have to discard all my cards to do that. That's literally my
I'm
turn.
going to put him there.
Nice.
So he's gone for that one.
My defense is 2 copper.
So this is 3 gold.
Oh. Should we just call it a draw? You're going to shatter him, aren't
4,
you?
5, 6, 7, 8.
5. So, how many damage does it do?
It does 4 damage.
That's enough to shatter him.
Yes! I
As
also
I will-
take 2 damage from it. but-
I will draw your attention to brittle bones.
Hey.
If a wrestler is hit with a single attack that deals 4 damage or more, immediately remove it from the game. And you need to do a crowd pleaser.
I shall. What? Nothing.
They're indifferent. You just smashed a skeleton into bits with your
I think
girthly physique, and they went, meh.
they were more in shock than anything. It was gasps of disbelief.
Probably just really annoyed at bits of bone spraying over them. So how many action points was that?
That he's used all of them.
Has he got any movement left that you would like to maneuver
No,
on?
he's not moving anywhere.
So I now have to attempt to wake up the mummy.
Okay.
He does not. Your turn.
Okay. I'm going to try and activate the golem. So he's currently knocked down. I can spend 1 AP to stand him up. Is that correct?
You can pass.
Yes.
So I shall do
I've
that.
got less cards in hand than you, so I'll attack me.
He still has 2 AP left. He is going to try and he'll turn around. He's going to try and pin him, the mummy,
The mummy.
who's
Yes.
still knocked out. So I have a weight of 3, so that's 3 copper.
And I am unconscious, so it's 1 copper.
If you fall back, you try and do a move.
4, 5
It'll
even.
attack
1.
It'll attack box. So
So you
Successful.
successfully pin him.
Yay!
A second pin of the game, and you get a crowd pleaser.
And I get to say, he's out of here. Is he? He
He
said he
is.
is.
He is out of here.
It's less of a question, more of
Yes.
a statement.
I think you were meant to say it with gusto, not a whimsical curie.
Like, he's out of here?
Yeah.
You might not get anything else.
Well, it's up. What?
But he's going to die.
Nothing.
if he passes.
Indifferent.
They're fine.
Might as well, yeah.
It's a
He's probably gonna
heavily,
die. He might as well
heavily
punch it and hope to
zombified
do
crowd.
a point of damage.
You're never going to get them on side. Stupid beards and you giant golems.
My beards are not stupid.
To zombies they are.
Okay. They're just well jealous that they can't.
Is he doing anything else with his life?
Nah. He's used almost everything.
You miss. Yeah.
Well, he didn't. He turned around and he did. So it was the pop, wasn't it? You use your. Is it 1 AP or is it your pop AP?
To 1 AP to do a pin.
Alright, so he only used 1. He's got 2 left.
He,
2 left.
he could do things.
He is going to. And he's still got movement because he hasn't moved anywhere. So he's going to take a step there and he's going to punch him.
No, 3. You're dead.
Okay, that makes sense.
Okay.
Two.
So that is a gold and a silver.
Against 2 copper.
Twice as long.
4.
So you could, we could win.
5.
Ah!
You got
And
I
one more.
am the greatest.
4.
I am not the greatest. How many damage?
It's
Just 1?
just a punch, yeah, so 1.
Only my werewolf causes 2 per smite.
Yeah.
Because of his
Does that werewolf have the claws and things?
claws and fangs. Or claws and teeth. So, I suppose it's my turn.
It is.
What hell?
Noise.
Right. So your golem's barely taking any damage.
Hmm.
But your schmolem...
Well, actually, none of mine have taken much, really.
Challenge accepted.
I'll move to there.
I'll move to there.
Okay.
There's a nest.
3.
The door falling.
Hey, baby. So I'm just going to try a basic smite, which is 1 gold, 2 silver, plus 1
Behind us.
against the little guy.
Give us the.
My Glory Seeker, his defense is 2 copper and a silver.
Is it the left? Right in front of us.
4 in total.
4.
3.
That was a 1 before I changed it to a 3 cheatingly. So 2 damage for you.
I'll spend. Hang on.
His second action is to do the same again because he's got a taste for it now. That's more. 7.
Yep.
Ah, you're
7,
fine.
8.
You're fine.
Spend
Cool.
the rest.
Cool.
No, that was to move.
He's then going to spend his final 2 actions to try and power slam you, which is 2 silver, 1 copper, plus 1. It's on your grapple.
2. No, just 2 dice, but 1 silver, 1 copper.
7. No, 6. Maths.
Nothing.
So it causes 2 damage and he's knocked down.
Yep.
And that's all of my actions.
Who's nest destroyed?
When there are no more eggs in the nest, they are considered destroyed.
You can do this.
You can't
Power
you
through.
can't smash them, can you?
Whenever your
So
character
that's
is in a room with any
him.
carried eggs,
It's
you can try and
on
destroy
you
these
now.
eggs. There's also
Okay.
shoot or melee action.
I've got only my Dwarf Brawler left to go.
You can also throw eggs at
He's going to go
carried eggs.
for 2 punches straight
I'm
onto
gonna
the
spend
Zombo.
that and
Yep.
punch an egg.
So 2 silver plus 1.
2 silver plus 1.
Oh, sorry.
5.
3, 4, 5.
3.
And I missed the egg.
So 1 damage.
1 damage.
Same again.
Yep.
1.
You know, it's gonna stop on it.
4.
You stomp on
So
an egg, right?
nothing.
Quite mate.
Shell.
It's one that hatched before and ran away.
I spent 2 actions to dress
Right.
to remove my serious wounds.
Do I have the little skeleton left? I do, don't I? Skeleton and zombie. A zombie
The
be?
rest. Can I have the contamination?
Yes, because I went mummy and then you killed mummy. 1. No, he's -1 action. So the first thing he's going to do is attempt a pin with his mighty weight of 1 against your weight of 2,
Yes.
and you've got half energy.
To the bottom of the action
Just
there.
exactly.
So you got 3 dice against my 1. I don't even know why I'm trying it other than science.
After being a nothing.
Oh, nothing. So I'm going to then just stamp on you because your defense is 0.
Yeah.
I don't know why I didn't try that first.
Yeah.
4, so it's a beat down, so 2 damage.
One of the lines
Any of
says
the 4
Because he's got a +1, not because I'm cheating. And then just zombie.
Did you have the space aids?
He was just going to continue on with suplexing you. So 2 copper, 1... 2 silver, 1 copper on that guy.
Okay. What are you doing?
Suplex. So
Suplex
it's
or
grapple.
grapple. That guy.
Did
Silver and copper.
3. So 2 damage. We swap places, and he's dazed. So crowd pleaser dice, and I'll see if dazed works exactly the same as it used to.
I wouldn't example my old anyway.
Boo.
Boo is bad.
So Liam,
That means
drop on an egg.
you have died. No. He just gets a -1 action
Well,
point, no
that's
-1 movement
Drop
point.
on an egg.
Okay.
And I have
Take 2.
2 action points left.
Good comment.
I might do a trip. Now, the rulebook of the trip is wrong, but I'm not sure which is wrong. So, in the rulebook,
I can then draw 2 cards.
it
So
says
spend
for
one,
a
and
trip,
then 2.
if I could ever find it, because I haven't
Yeah.
learned the layout of the new rulebook, even though it's pretty similar to the old one. And you think I know it. So it says in the title that it costs 1 AP, but it says within the write-up of the move that it's 2 AP.
I might as well head
So I'm working on the basis that it's probably 2 AP,
So I'll move
and that they've
to
just
the
copied the title of Pin, which is right next to it. So I'm going to assume it costs 2 AP. So first thing I need to do is roll a crowd dice to see if they're okay with me doing so.
I pass.
Because it's a boo, and they're fine with it.
So,
So
move the time.
I roll my attack stat, and the opponent chooses either their defense or their dex stat.
Take the serious wounds.
Exactly the same as the other one. If you win on your defense, you do 1 damage to me. If you win on your dex, you can move 1 square. So my attack is a mighty 1 copper, 1 silver. And then you can choose your defense or dex, whichever's better for you.
It's dex 2 silver.
It's malfunctioned.
Doesn't matter. We've already done that.
Yeah, I've already done
So that's the end of round 4. We'll take a short break. So it is round 5. We are near the end.
Woohoo!
Indeed. And I have initiative, so I'm going to activate my well.
Okay.
And you are going to pick.
I am going to pick my golem. So it's 1 copper. Not much, but let's see how it goes.
2.
Fix it first.
So, activate first. Now that guy's knocked down, isn't he?
He is,
So the
yes.
first thing I'm going to do is attempt to hit him, because his defense is 0.
Right, yeah.
And I'm rolling all the dice, so it seems to make sense. So that was 7, because of my +1.
So
So,
that'll knock him out.
I would assume so.
Yeah.
So,
Return to
it would do 2 damage normally. So it does an extra 2, which is 4.
Is it unnecessary because he's unconscious after 2? Yep.
Yes. So now, for my second action, I'm going to pin him. Because pinning seems to make much more sense than
Yeah.
picking people up these days.
So, do I still roll?
1 copper.
1 copper.
Because you're still in it. That's how the mummy kept kicking out. Sly old fox.
3.
4.
Oh.
Close though. Come on, teleport me to the top. He does! That's the closest one though, sadly.
Is it?
I would assume. Oh no, he's exactly in the middle, isn't he? Because that's the middle line, and he's on both.
So you can pick?
Not that it matters, it's the last turn.
Yeah. So my
Wait.
Glock is out now, isn't he?
He is. So he has 4 actions. I spent 1 to knock you out. I spent another to pin, which means I can do a basic turnbuckle move
Oh, okay.
that we've never seen before. That made that sound far more exciting. So it's
So
called a
basic.
turnbuckle attack. It costs 2 action points.
Yep.
You can jump your movement distance, which for my fine self is 5,
Okay.
which would be 1. 2, 3.
You're going for him?
Yeah, because I want to kill him and do things to his family. So,
I thought you had 9.
this is how the dice works. It's my normal attack plus 1 gold. So
Yes.
2 gold, 2 silver, plus 1. And it's your normal defense.
Defense, which is 2 copper and 1 silver.
It is. Now, this only does 1 damage as a basic.
Yep.
But obviously, I'm looking for something special, like a...
Okay. A
beatdown.
Beatdown,
Yeah.
3.
Wow.
Wow.
4, 6, 8, 10, 11.
You got your super.
Yeah, so I got my super beat down. So, let's see how...
Do I get knocked
That
to
actually
0
might not be
stamina
too bad.
now and I'm knocked out?
Indeed. So, target takes damage equal to the remaining stamina instant KO.
Wow. Okay.
You're knocked out. I would have to do another crowd pleaser because I did a top rope move.
Yep.
And it's a boo, so I get a minus action, but it's not relevant because of science. And that's the end of his turn.
Yes.
The end of his final turn.
I shuffled them back in when you.
So you said you're activating the golem, who clearly has intentions to smash an orc.
Yes. And that is exactly what he's going to do.
I can see it in your eyes, with beady, violent eyes.
Beady and violent.
First
That's how
action was going to be to
Mother
hit.
raised me.
Second action was going to be to drop the
Funny
ball
but
top of the
true.
pit. Third action was gonna be surprise
Yeah,
fire
so
with
straight
the
up punch,
last
gold and a silver.
Yeah.
Yup.
It's one of those things where it's like you need to kind of, if things are broken, you need to kind of repair them. But
I'm
Sleeper
rolling-
slam.
I'm rolling 2 copper for anything, so just pick which dice smashes me the most.
Grapple, sleeper slam. Uses all 3 of my AP, but I'm going to do it. And that's 3 silver.
Tight.
Right?
5.
5. Aww.
Problem
That
with
used up
Captain is
everything in
every
Achieve
that
Nothing Captain has.
needs to be in the same room. as
Title of your
someone else.
sex tape.
Oh.
So I'm going to activate the zombie.
we did start together.
Oh,
and
you
then
still
everyone
have the
went
ability to
on.
move if you so desire.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna.
Fair play.
And a quote one.
So the zombie is going to attempt to pin the knocked out guy because why not? My 2 dice against your 1 dice. Die. Covers.
Yes, 1 cover.
2.
0.
So pinned.
Vince was over here.
Crowd teaser pleaser.
Who was it?
And
It's a
that's a cheer, which means
I could have given him an
immediately replenish 2 stamina and he's back on full health. That's how Daddy liked it. And my final action of the game
Yeah.
is for my orc skeleton
To
try and
explode.
slap the golem. So 2 copper plus 1 against your defense.
Defense is 2 gold.
That's 1.
3.
Oh, that's not too bad. I honestly thought he was going to explode.
Yeah, it did. If we got a reversal and he exploded from it.
That would have been
Do I have the
beautiful.
aids?
So that's the end of the game.
Yes.
I think it's fair to say that it
It was close.
was close. Actually, because of the amount he costs, it probably was pretty close.
Actually, no, the golem's only 275.
Oh, the werewolf's 325.
Yeah.
But he's a badass. So, but no. So that means because I won, I get to pick the next team.
You do, and that means I get the lame dice again.
Indeed, and you get the broken dice with only half the numbers on
Yeah,
the
I can see that this is going to be a trap I can't escape from.
I'm talking about the other one.
The Kobayashi Maru of Rumbleslam.
Aye, that's exactly it. I couldn't have put it better myself.
Indeed. So, I am going to pick.
Oh, the reference as well. Number 2 was fine.
Are you picking right here now?
Yes,
Go for it.
the Cold Bloods as Team A.
You or me?
I will decide that.
Okay, yeah.
And oh, this is tempting
Oh.
because we've got one team that we haven't ever used. They're not painted yet, which saddens me. But I think, well, actually, we haven't used 2 teams, but only one of them we actually own at this point in time.
Is there a...
So this could be the team.
We
that
do
I
need a
use.
team that we own.
Yeah, that would help. So yes, it's going to be the Raging Beast,
Oh.
which is the Minotaur and his
Yeah.
scantily clad gentleman friends.
Yes.
I don't know why
Definitely
we're over there.
fans of Grindr. The coffee shop in Newcastle. Or
Sunderland.
Sorry.
Apparently, so we've
Indeed. Against the Cold Bloods. So, I think for the first time ever, I will use the derpy Raging Beast and that Minotaur because
Nice.
it's ridiculous. And you, good sir,
Wow, I get to, be
get to
Cold
use the
Bloods.
Cold Bloods. I don't think
They're
you've
the
ever
ones
used them.
that
Things on.
are venomous.
They make you
Don't they have
bleed
a
a
bite?
lot, and they have...
Or is it the dinosaur ones that have got a bite?
Yeah,
that's
they're the
venomous?
dinosaurs, the Cold Bloods.
Once you...
Yeah.
Once the...
They
I
make
might
you-
be mixing it up.
They
with,
make you bleed a lot, as I recall.
probably mixing it up with D&D or something.
Yeah, probably. But yes, so this was our first dalliance into
Yeah.
the new rules.
Uh-huh.
I do think that they've somewhat eliminated the need to pick someone up and throw them out.
I love the pinning
The
mechanic.
pinning mechanic is fantastic.
It's long overdue.
It is.
I say
It
long
is.
overdue. This is version 2. So
Yeah, it's not like it's been out for 10
reasonably overdue.
years.
Yeah, it's reasonably overdue.
But yes, we're definitely going to get into it more. I do actually want to say thank you for turning up because you are nearly dead.
Yes.
You are really ill at the minute. So I appreciate that you actually, because we wanted to get this out on the Friday, you still came to gaming anyway, despite the fact that you're actually more zombified than the zombie I fielded.
I have gone green. It's true.
This is true, and I think at 2 separate occasions you threw up in a bucket. But that's okay, because that's the bucket that Liam eats out of.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah, but no, I really enjoyed it. Obviously, there's a few bits that we thought were going to be the same that turned out not to be.
A few things that we thought were going to be different, but are actually the same.
Absolutely. Like the beatdowns and reversals are
Yeah.
the same, they're just worded differently.
Yes, they are worded differently. And
That is what we're going with. But no, I'm excited to try some different teams and see how they work.
Yeah.
Yeah, I say we leave it there. So, do the usual, likes, subscribes, let us know if you've played version 2. If you haven't, Nina. Sorry.
Mature. Really mature.
Yeah, there's not at all childish. But yeah, hopefully we're going to do some how to play videos and have a look at a comparison side by side of the rules.
Yeah.
But for now, I'm going to say a fond farewell. Alan, you just say farewell.
Bye.
That's close enough for me. Great dice, God's hope smile upon you. Take care, guys. Toodles.